And we get a Chizuru scene? Shit, man. Shit's about to go down. It's like, let's just see what all the other characters are doing again. In the meantime, it was very nearly midnight, and Tachibana Chizuru had spent the entire day flying around the country. It had grieved her to see her school shut down as a result of the Sakaki family circumstances. Sorry about that. In an attempt to find a site for a new campus for her displaced students, she'd visited Gunma, Fukuoka, oh my god, Okayama, Niigata, and Hyogo. She'd searched high and low, leaning heavily on her personal and professional connections, but hadn't found anything that seemed particularly promising. She'd even left the mainland to visit Ashikawa in Hokkaido, where a plot of farmland was available, but there were issues with the site, and the seller hadn't been willing to compromise. All her efforts had been in vain. Well, what do you mean, like, issues, exactly? Chizuru had pursued her career as an educator against her father's objections. She couldn't exactly run home crying for help at this point. She was, to be frank, in a real bind. But right now, she was too fatigued to feel ashamed to feel ashamed of the reckless choices she'd made. By the time she made it back to Shinbashi, fuck. It was all she could do to keep dragging her bag along, just, When you've exhausted your mental fortitude, a bag holding your change of clothes can feel heavier than a sack of concrete. That's true. This was no good. She needed some way to comfort herself and lift her spirits. As a single woman, Chizuru had gotten pretty used to rewarding herself for her own efforts. And while it irked her a little to see herself adapting to solitude, she didn't quite have any better options at present. A drink at a nice, quiet bar should do the trick. Alright then. Are there any places around here where a single woman can walk in alone without standing out too much? As the word single woman ran through her mind, Chizuru found herself picturing a certain face. Naturally enough, it was that of Harudera Yuria. Continuing this process of free association, she thought of the yakitori place they'd visited together a little while ago. Oh. Fortunately, she was wearing a suit today, so she'd probably be spared the indignity of getting carded at the door. And this would be her second visit, so the staff might even recognize her. Mm-hmm. Now, hold on there, Chizuru. I love my chicken tendies, but you can't go wrong with fucking beef. Alright? Either are great. I love chicken tendies, but beef's amazing. Speaking of no one in particular, Chizuru dissed all of bovidum brain. Oh my god. Goddamn bovines. For reasons that seemed remarkably arbitrary. When it came to meat, she'd always preferred chicken to pork, and pork to beef. That's adorable, but she's alone. She was forcing herself. Anyone within earshot of her mumbly song would probably realize that much. In combination with her slow gait, her slumped shoulders, and the way she was dragging her bag, it made for a truly pitiful spectacle. Till 4? Jesus. I still don't trust anything.
ビールと4種の串盛りセットとふわふわ卵にお進行くださいな。
My God, woman, where are you packing all this away?
はい、受けたまわりました。繰り返します。生中お一つ、4種串盛り、ふわふわ卵とお進行を一つずつ。ご注文以上でよろしいでしょうか。
I love how much true death she just wants.
はい、お願いします。
Like the truest of deaths. Okay. First of all, the waitress brought out a small plate of boiled daikon slices as an appetizer, and soon enough, it was followed by her draft beer and the vegetables, nibbling at her pleasantly cool pickles, which I wish they were fried. Chizuru periodically paused to savor a still warm slice of boiled radish. Sometimes starters like these could reveal a great deal about a restaurant. This contrast between coldness and warmth had clearly meant to invoke the fickleness of the human heart. Nodding at her own wisdom, Chizuru proceeded to guzzle down half of her ice-cold beer. Oh, I felt... Oh, my God. I took in Chizuru. For this briefest of moments, she could put aside her anger and quiet her anxieties. Alcohol filled her mind with kinder thoughts of peace and harmony. Of course, it also tended to make her a bit lonely and sentimental, and so she'd been known to drunkenly call up old classmates and such, which then usually resulted in her talking their ear off for hours, much to their chagrin. I love that fucking word. However, she was now an educator, and that meant that she had to set an example. She wasn't about to make a fool of herself if there was any chance a student might catch wind of it. Accordingly, she'd resolved to drink alone tonight rather than making a nuisance of herself. Like anyone her age, she'd learned how to have a few beers without behaving too badly. If she got too comfortable with this kind of solitude, she was going to feel a bit like a bit of a hypocrite, advising Sakaki Yumiko to be less socially isolated, but surely she deserved a little time to herself once in a while. Her mouth now thoroughly covered in foam. Wipe that mouth. Chizuru gulped down another swig of her beer. Out of the corner of her eye, she spotted her waitress approaching with a tray. That's my favorite part. When you're waiting to get food, and then you just see, you know the waiter or waitress is coming with your food, because they got the tray of shit, and was it the eggs? The skewers? For a moment, Chizuru's heart fluttered with anticipation, but to her surprise, the waitress had brought her a smartphone instead. What the fuck?
立花千鶴様にお電話です。
This isn't what I wanted.
私に？誰からですか？
I like how my first thought isn't like, why am I getting a phone call specifically right now from Wee-Woo or something, but where's my fucking food?
創世のタナトス様からです。
I like to think, I mean, she probably literally did say that.
誰なんです？
Cause fucking Kazuki.
そう。
God, I love her.
さーて。
She's probably, I would say, at this point, Kazuki's probably like right under Makina. Like, I'm talking like right under in terms of favorite characters. She's like inching her way ever so slightly to be like on par. You know what I mean? This was fishy. This was in fact remarkably fishy. Yeah. If someone wanted to speak to her, why didn't they just call her cell phone directly? Can't do it. More importantly, no one even knew Tachibana Chizuru was here. How had they known to call the restaurant? Well, Kazuki. And really, Thanatos? Who is that supposed to be? A corporation, perhaps? As in Thanatos Manufacturing LLC or something? Chizuru tried her best to recall all the businesses and companies she'd negotiated with over the last few days, but she felt quite sure none of them operated under that peculiar name. Particular name. It can be. It was all so... Hey, there's the word! Peculiar that she have expected her students from Mahama to be playing some sort of elaborate prank on her. It certainly wouldn't have been the first time. Come to think of it, she'd been focusing almost entirely on the school itself, feeling a bit guilty about neglecting her pupils under the pretense of encouraging their independence, quote, quote. Chizuru reached out and picked up the phone.
もしもし、お電話変わりました。
Hello, what do you want from me?
お疲れ
Oh,
様です。
shit.
タナトスです。
God damn my twitchy ass finger. Hold on.
もしもし、お電話変わりました。立花です。
There we go. Thank God. Now we gotta do this one.
お疲れ様です。タナトスです。
I swear to God, man. The twitch, the finger. I should just stop holding my mouse. Okay, really now. Who is Thantos supposed to be? No matter how many times she thought it over, the name wasn't ringing any bells, and this voice didn't seem familiar either.
ごめんなさい、どちら様でしたっけ？
ぶっちゃけ、はじめましてです。
Uh-huh.
私に何かご用でしょうか？というか、どういった経緯で私がここにいることを？
Eyes and ears everywhere. Supercomputer. Japan's national defense. All that sort of shit.
あなたの居場所は、失礼ながら携帯電話のリレー局を追跡させていただきました。
あなた誰なんです？
今はまだ訳あってタナトスとしか名乗れませんが、あなたにとって私は無名なる善意のものとご理解ください。
Well wisher.
なんだかものすごく怪しいですね。
And you're still behind. You're still listening. Go on, get!
では、もっと怪しいお話をしましょう。立花千鶴さん、あなたに美浜学園の新校舎候補地をご提供させていただこうと、こうしてご連絡させていただきました。
Oh! Take it! Instantly!
美浜の新校舎ですか？
興味はおありですか？
I am. What am I? I just fucking take the phone. I'm like, we'll take it!
それは、もちろん。
もちろん今すぐ決めろとは言いません。まずは新校舎候補地の見学をされてはいかがでしょう。
見学ですか？
本日の20時より関係者による新校舎見学会の現地送迎が行われますので、そちらにぜひご参加ください。
Oh, I'm ready. I'm excited.
なんだか全然わからないですし、うさんくささマックスで噛みつく気にもなりませんが、要は遊んでいる土地を美浜のために提供してくれるということですか？
Quite literally, Kazuki has her fingers in everyone's pie. Quite literally.
その通りです。まずは現地を見てください。もちろん現地までの送迎は当方が担当いたしますし、軽いお食事も出ますので、お気軽にご参加いただければ幸いです。
Modest dinner. I mean, it's free food, so I would have preferred a crazy dinner, but
びっくりするぐらいうさんくさいですね。
この世にうまい話などない。それと、絶対や確実という言葉を使う人間は信用するな、でしたっけ？あなたのお父様の著書に書かれていた言葉ですね。
it's good words, you know? Good words to live by, I suppose.
読んだんですか？
ええ、たった今。
Instantly, boom.
そしてお父様は、成功者とはチャンスを逃さない人間だ、とも同書に書かれています。
Wait, so wouldn't those be kind of contradictory in a way?
今このタイミングが好機だとは言いませんが、これ以上失うもののない今、乗らない手はないと思いませんか？
Like how Kazuki's just like, for the most part, completely trustworthy, but it's always just so the skeeviest sounding shit.
はあ。
There were only two plausible possibilities here. One, someone might be trying to kidnap her for financial profit, or to coerce her father into misusing his authority. Second, this gift-wrapped offer of a new campus might be a plan her father himself had dreamed up out of an excess of parental affection. Either way, she'd be imposing a burden on him.
やっぱり怪しすぎますね。
Chizuru, you...
そうですか。残念です。今あなたが手にしているその電話は、どうぞそのままお持ちください。後ほど現地見学会の詳細をお送りします。それをご覧になって気が変わりましたらご参加ください。
この電話くれるんですか？
気持ち悪いようでしたら捨ててください。以上、タナトスでした。
Thanatos, out, just does the two-finger salute thing.
ちょっと。
That's how I'd react. She's always so adorable whenever she, like, is just fucking flustered and shit. What on earth is going on? In the sudden silence, that simple question weighed heavily on Chizuru's mind. And at the same time this was happening, everyone's favorite shaggy-headed Ichigaya officer who'd been lounging around in her luxurious cell for lack of anything better to do was able to experience something very similar. Oh, good God. Oh, my God.
ああ、暇だわ。こんなに暇なのって何年ぶりかしら。
I'm so bored. Fucking, that's JP right now. In retrospect, JB had spent the last few years of her life doing nothing but working. Also, thigh. She'd thigh and food, like honestly. She'd skip meals, sacrifice sleep, laboring day and night for the benefit of her powerful benefactor. In other words, this country. And at some point, that had started to seem natural. But now that she suddenly had nothing but time on her hands, she didn't know what to do with it, apart from watching boring TV shows and eating nachos with salsa. It was astonishing, really. I actually don't like salsa. I know, crazy, right? But I just like to eat my chips plain, well, for the most part. Well, unless there's some sort of cheese. But salsa, not a fan.
暇になったらあれをやろう、これをしようっていろいろなことを考えてきたはずなのに、いざ暇になってみればどれから手をつけたものかと、そこから一歩も踏み出せなくなる。
I feel like that's usually how it goes for everyone, right? When you actually have free time, you don't actually know what to do. JB had fought long and hard to earn her position as the section chief in CIRS, but over the last few days, she'd taken a painful look in the mirror and realized that, without her work, she was basically an empty shell of a person. Feels really sad. Back when she was attending college at the on the government's dime, she'd actually considered herself an outgoing person. She'd played tennis, gone on ski trips, and regularly visited tropical islands on her summer vacations. Of course, outdoor activities were out of the question at the moment, because luxurious cell. But at the very least, she was free to work through the books she'd been wanting to read or to catch up on those movies she'd never gotten to see. And yet, Now that she had nothing but free time, she couldn't motivate herself to do anything in particular. There had to be something wrong with her. She was probably destined to be one of those people who grind themselves down to nothing, then kneel over dead from a heart attack. No, I don't want JB to die from a heart attack.
仕事やめちゃおうかな。
I don't think you can. It was easy enough to say that, but JB knew it wasn't going to happen. First of all, the company would never allow it. Yeah, see, once you're in, you're in. You're locked in forever. And even if they did, what would she do with herself afterward? It would be one thing if she had some clear objective, but quitting just because she was sick of her job seemed profoundly irresponsible. Lying sprawled out on this. Instead of Sony, it's Sunny. God, I don't know why that's so funny to me. Lying sprawled out on the sofa, she stared blankly at her TV's glowing screen. At present, it was displaying soothing footage of some generic tropical paradise. The images reminded her of the beautiful beaches of Cuba, a place she'd once visited in the course of her duties.
南国か。いいな。
Never been to a tropical island, and maybe one day, we'll see. I don't like going outside, though. She had to admit, the idea of lying on a gorgeous beach in a swimsuit, leisurely wondering what to do with the rest of the day, did seem rather appealing to her. Maybe if we fucking get done with this entire damn mess, JB's just like, why don't we all go to the beach? And as she watched the footage with half-focused eyes, a bar of text suddenly popped up at the bottom of the screen and began to scroll sideways. Oh! Everyone's pie, man. Everyone's pie. Hello, this is Thantos. Are you doing well? Apologies for interrupting your regularly scheduled programming, but I have important news to share. Presently, the Bahama Women's Corps are carrying out a special Rescue KY campaign to rave reviews. Currently procuring a luxury liner to be used as a getaway vehicle. Preparations are proceeding smoothly. Ship was received from the Myanmar Ministry of Transport in Yangon. Brain. Will proceed into the Strait of Malacca, past the South China Sea and the Bashi Channel, and finally through the Miyako Strait before sneaking into Tokyo Bay. Accordingly, I'm contacting you through this program's broadcast signal in order to request your assistance with a certain aspect of the plan. Once the campaign is fully underway, I'll be in touch with further details. Your cooperation is appreciated. Would she was really relying on JB like actually being focused and reading there. Although she'd reflexively followed the scrolling text with her eyes, it took a full minute for JB to process the actual meaning of what she just read.
何？どういうこと？
She's just fucking eating chips and then... What the sh... And when it finally hits her, a half-eaten nacho tumbled out of her gaping mouth. Naturally, JB knew the name Thanatos, of course. She knew it referred to the professor in the basement. That name's long gone. And she also knew that this Thanatos was directly responsible for the orders that had led to her present confinement. Had all that somehow been part of this plan?
何？これから一体何が起ころうとしているの？
We have great plans, JB. Great plans. Crazy plans, in fact. All of a sudden, JB's mind was filled with confusion and doubt. There was no answer forthcoming, and the night wore steadily on, enveloping the fears and hopes of many in unfathomable darkness. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Oh, God. I'm ready. At long last, the day of the decisive battle had dawned. The time, 6:30 a.m. Rather abruptly, a crackly tape cassette recording of the national anthem of Japan began to play over the speakers mounted inside the houseboat. After a night of sleep, or deep, indulgent sleep, Michiru woke with a start at the pathos-laden music that now filled the air. When she peered out the window through half-opened eyes, she saw Makina standing at attention with her fists pressed to her thighs, looking up at a Japanese flag that was flying from the prow of the boat next to the big catch banner. Sachi was standing some distance behind her by a long table with a white tablecloth. It held small cups of water. She'd apparently set up a traditional departure for battle ceremony. Of course, today was the day, wasn't it? They were finally going to carry out this operation. It took so much prep and time to get to this point. Still rather dazed, Michiru looked around her, trying to help her sluggish mind make sense of all things. Her eyes found Yumiko, already sitting in front of her PC and carefully monitoring every new development. Judging from the smell of miso soup wafting gently through the air, Amne was probably further in the back making breakfast. Last night, Michiru had seen her not descending, that's completely different. Some shijimi clams Sachi had harvested, so those were probably on the menu this morning. Aw, man, guess I'm the last one up again. Not surprising. Sitting up in her cot with her sleeping bag still wrapped around her, Michiru gazed drowsily at her friends for a moment, then reluctantly began to emerge from her cocoon. Just... Today's the day. Wash your face. Slap you awake. What was that, soldier? Yeah. What the hell? Thought she I didn't think that was Amine. I thought it was just Michiru for some reason, just bapping her head against a pan for some reason. I mean, I wouldn't put it past her. As she transferred the freshly cooked rice from their iron pot to a serving container, Amine called out loudly to the others. Responding with alacrity, Makina and Sachi proceeded to carry the main dish, sides, and miso soup to the boat's dining table. As they worked, Yumiko was filling everyone's individual bowls with rice from the serving container. And once Michiru returned from washing her face, she headed over to the kitchen area to help Amine rinse and clean the things she'd used while cooking. Can't leave this place dirty. They'd only been living in this boat together for a little while, but without even realizing it, they divvied up these daily tasks between them. I mean, you know, if you're living together with people, it's a team effort. Especially in this kind of situation. Eventually, once everyone had gathered around a table, I say a table, a cheerful "shall we eat" from Sachi marked the beginning of the meal. It wasn't like they bought into Amne's stance on raising your blood sugar level slowly, but for some reason everyone started by reaching for the salad. Here, you can take my salad. I will not be partaking in the salad. As they began to eat, Yumiko looked around and cleared her throat. I'm ready and scared. Just fucking slaps it down on the table.
本日午前8時作戦行動開始。自転車のリアカーに狙撃機材を乗せて自走にて狙撃地点へ移動。
And that's literally an hour and a half away. Oh god.
狙撃地点であるホテルザ・ウィッツモールトンへ向かい、到着後に機材を室内に搬入設置。すべての準備が終わったら、自転車からリアカーを外して身軽な状態で狙撃着弾点及び周辺環境の調査を実施。狙撃の準備を進める。17時までにはホテルに戻り指示を待つ。そんな感じ？
Jesus.
そういうこと。ホテルの部屋は51階のスイートをもうネットで予約してあるわ。あなたのお母様の名前で。
Oh.
なんでお母さんの名前にした？
I mean, we gotta use someone, right?
面倒なことの後始末は全部あなたのお母様になすりつけてしまおうかと思って。
Got him.
ほら、あなたのお母様、今は何かとスキャンダルに敏感だし、現場にいろいろな証拠が残っていても、イリスの名前が表に出ることを嫌えば、勝手に裏からもみ消してくれるかなって。
She is a skeevy, fucking absolutely terrible woman, which we didn't kill because that would have led to a bad end.
ついでに関係各省からのいろいろな追及とか、追加で請求されるであろう莫大な賠償金も、全部あなたのお母様にドバッと引っかぶっていただこうかと。
I like how you play, Yumiko. I like it.
やるな、ユミちゃん。俺、お前のそういうねちっこくて陰湿なやり口嫌いじゃねえのよ。いいぞ、面白くなってきた。
Makina agrees. You're a true mad woman.
演出云々のくだりは引っかかるけれど、まあいいわ。
I mean, it's devious in a good way, you know?
次は小峰さん。
Uh-oh.
はい。
The fucking battle maid that we're just gonna send her out to... You win.
強襲突撃要員である小峰さんは、まずは突撃装具の点検。補充不足があれば追加を用意。荷物が多くなるようであれば、エゾシマリス作戦で対応すること。
Project Chipmunk.
わかりました。後ほどホームセンターでプラスチックコンテナと物資を購入しておきます。
それが終わったら、事前に現場を入念に下見しておいて。おそらくは想定外の事態も起きると思うから、刻々と変化する状況に即時対応可能な体制のまま、指定場所で18時まで待機。
了解です。
Imagine actually doing this, right? Like, imagine yourself being in this situation. When you be, I'd be stressing the fuck out super hard. I would be doubting myself. I'd be like, if I fuck up even once, everything's fucked.
スオさんと松島さんは、まずはタナトスさんが用意してくれた逃走用車両の受け取りに行ってきて。場所は分かってる？
The luxury vehicle.
うん。板橋のショッピングセンターの立体駐車場5階の12番に置いてあるんだよね。場所は地図で確認してあるよ。
Why do you keep making me get in a car with her? What the hell? Michiru, not Makina. What the fuck's wrong with me? It's the M's, man.
ねえ、やっぱ私どうしても車に乗らなきゃダメ。
It's always her, like, first thing.
なんかもうすっかりトラウマで、車に乗れって言われただけで膝がガクガクするし、ドロッとした汗が全身からダラダラ吹き出してくるんだけど。
Since you could switch to your other personality, quote, quote, on the fly, still hate that retcon. Can't you, how about you take your traumatized personality, lock it away, bring that one out, the one that's not traumatized, and there you go.
大丈夫だって。ほら、この前だってちゃんと安全運転してたじゃん。ミラー畳んだまま走ってるおばちゃん車よりずっと安全だってば。
Why she got the fucking mirrors folded in?
それに松島さんにはタナトスさんが偽の申請書を発行して手配した 風見雄二の個人装備を3桁ナンバーの工作員から受け取る仕事があるのよ。
Oh God.
それって私じゃないとダメな仕事？
What? Michiru?
そうね。なぜだか知らないけど、対面交渉的な顔を合わせての取引ってなると、あなたにやらせた方がうまくいくのよね。
Went pretty smoothly the other day, so she didn't have any idea what the fuck was going on.
やっぱりパッと見のバカっぽい顔の印象と、会話を始めて10秒でわかる気の毒なほどのアホっぷりが交渉相手の心にゆとりを生むのかしら。
You look so dumb and are so dumb.
ひどい言われよ。
We at least she has a use. She's literally not useless, so that's something.
まあとにかく車と風見くんの装備を受け取ったら、その後2人は合流して18時の作戦開始まで指定の場所で車内待機。
Not useless like we fucking thought she was, right?
わかったわよ。
まあ大体のことはチャートに書いてあるから、その通りに行動すればきっとうまくいくわ。
それでぼっちさんは？
Little Miss Loner.
ぼっち言うな。
I mean, you used to be. You're kind of like you're. She broke out now. She's doing good.
私はこの船に残って作戦の総指揮をします。
Fucking Yumiko has the easy job. Fucking desk job, man.
作戦の進行状況はタナトスシステムを経由してほぼリアルタイムで観測可能だし、状況に応じて逐一私から指示が出るから、タナトスフォンの電源は切らないように。
Thanatos phones.
もし私との通信が途絶するような事態になったとしても、ここへは戻ってこないこと。今日この後午前8時の作戦開始と同時にこの船は移動を開始します。ここへ来ても私も船も存在しないので、そのつもりで。
Yeah, you gotta get a move on.
船の操縦はどうするの？
タナトスさんが操縦してくれるわ。そのための衛星ナビシステムなんだし。
Thanks, Kazuki.
私はこの船で指揮を出しつつ移動して所定の場所で待機。風見くんを奪還したあなたたちと合流して回収。あとはそのまま水上を逃走って形になるわ。
Oh, we're gonna have everyone together again. Assuming this plan goes right. Which honestly, I've already thrown my eggs in Kazuki's basket, so I have full faith that everything will go right and nothing will go horribly wrong. So it's gonna feel good to have everyone back.
わかった。みんなも自分のやることはわかった？
The least enthusiastic. Most people.
あんまね、ご飯おかわりちょうだい。お茶碗半分で。
Give her. She's gonna need a lot. Her full stomach, all that energy.
あんよ。こんぐらい？うん、あんがとう。マキちゃん、おじゃこあるよ。おじゃこ。
I don't like sardines. Ah, they're alright.
あ、いいな。私もそれ欲しい。ご飯おかわり。あと生卵も。
本当に分かってるのかしら。
It's business as usual.
榊さんは？
I never really understood the raw egg on top of the rice. Like that's all right. Like it didn't taste that amazing to me, but that's just because I like scrambled eggs to mix in with the rice. Look, I'm a weird person when it comes to eating, though I'll eat mostly anything because I love food.
だからご飯のおかわり。真っ白いご飯におじゃこさん。おいしいおすえ。
Just relax for a second, Yumiko. Everything, it's not happening yet.
いただきます。
Uh-oh.
タナトスさんかな？
Does she want to be part of the morning breakfast? The morning breakfast. What the hell?
おはようございます。タナトスです。
Her music, whenever it pops up, is like so. I like it. It's got like a futuristic-y kind of, you know.
おはよう、チャーリー。
誰がチャーリーよ。
Don't ask.
あれ、ジムの方？ヘルペス君？
Old man whelps. That'd be what you should call me.
それを言うならフェルプスでしょ。まあいいわ。
We're not gonna talk how Machina fucks up words all the time because she has her own way of speaking.
和やかな朝食中に失礼かとも思ったのだけれど、榊由美子が大切なことを伝え忘れているようだから、あえてインタラプトさせてもらいます。
Impossible. She can forget anything.
そっか。
Instantly remembers.
これからの作戦行動は各自別行動となります。各実動においては電話で通信を行うわけですが、それに伴い各自のコールサインを決めてください。
Oh my god. Yes.
コールサイン？
Yes.
要は限定された範囲でのみ通用する別名のことよ。
I hope we have some serious ones, but really stupid ones.
でもタナトスフォンなら通信は傍受されないんじゃないの？
その通り。でも電話を使用するときは喋るでしょ。声に出す以上はどこで誰に聞かれるかわからないし、うかつにも音声をマイクで拾われてしまえば筒抜けです。
It's precautionary.
というわけで本日午前8時の作戦開始と同時に各自は決められた呼び出し名称を使うこと。
ほほう。コールサインというとマーベリックとかグースとかそんなやつな。
I'm excited.
名前の付け方に特別なルールはないけれど、フォネティックコードと誤認しやすい名前は避けること。各自が当人を認識しやすい名前にしておくといいわ。あまり突飛な名前をつけると、これ誰だっけってなるから。
I beg to differ. If they're so bizarre, that would make me remember them more. If it's tied to a person, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm just wired differently. I mean, I know I am, but I'm insane.
ほんま、わかりやすい名前か。ほんじゃ、チルチルはうざツンデレか？
But would you really want to like say that whenever you need to talk to her?
ちょっと、何よそれ。長くて呼びにくいじゃないのよ。つか、私うざくないし。
You kind of are, but it's fine.
じゃあ、短くしてうざデレ？いやいや、さらに短く UT とするのはどうか？
Dude, that's perfect. We already got one.
私が UT なら、あんたは福田抜きね。たぬき顔だし、なんかおめでたい顔してるし。
We're busting out good ones.
福田抜きか。まあいい。確かに私は福田抜き。そのおめ、甘んじて受け入れよう。
I want to pinch your little chipmunk face. You don't even need to add the face. You can just say chipmunk, right?
それじゃあ、私はクソメイドということで。
自虐かさっちん。
Why?
メイド道とは死ぬまで続く修行の道。何年経とうが永遠に未熟者という自戒を忘れないためだよ。
Shitty maid.
まあ本人がそれでいいって言うならいいけどさ。
So we have DT, Dark Templar from StarCraft, dead game, rest in peace. Chipmunk face. Shitty maid so far. These are all amazing.
私は
マネーはビッチでいいんじゃね？そのまんまだし、これ以上わかりやすいのはねえのよ。
I think that'd be too obvious, though.
待って、その流れでいくと私は。
Here, yup, she's gonna probably be loner or something.
ぼっち
Yup, there it is. You already knew it was coming.
やっぱり 予想通りすぎてヘドが出そう。
You know what? These are all perfect names.
でもさ、ビッチとボッチって電話で聞き取るとき紛らわしくない？
Well, they still work.
では、無駄ビッチとエバーボッチでどうでしょう？
Turbo slut!
エヴァーはいいや。お願いだからエヴァーはやめて。
Turbo slut! I don't know why that's funny.
面倒だからやっぱビッチとボッチでいいじゃん。美浜ビッチボッチって言うとなんか若手のお笑いコンビみたいで生かすのよさ。
Slut and loader!
まあ、私はどっちでもいいけどさ。
Lemonade's like, you right. At this stage, life and death are a matter of chance. When we pray to the heavens for survival, we leave ourselves in the hands of fate. I choose instead to empty my mind and charge toward my end. A chosen death, not a fated one. Should I fall in pursuit of a noble purpose, I shall perish without regrets. Irisu Machina. Well, I guess... Oh boy, I guess next time will actually be this little bit of preparation at the start. You know, the whole, like, at 8 a.m., then everyone's gonna go do their shit. Their shit. But then we're actually gonna get into the operation itself, which, like I said, I have full faith. Kazuki's literally the helm of it all, so it's... She's a supercomputer now. Like, we're fine. But I can't wait to see Yuji's reaction to everything, though. That's probably what I'm most looking forward to. Like, the girl saving him, he'd be like, huh? I'm struggling a bit longer. Oh my god. And then we have the Oslo shit that we got. Oh my god. The clone and the... There's so many things. And I'm ready.